Hello, folks. You are watching and listening to Sipping Off the Cuff on Tequila Aficionado Media, all of our channels and networks. I'm Mike Morales here in the San Gabriel Valley of Southern California. Where the hell am I? That gentleman out there is
Skip Falconer in Los Angeles, California.
Skip, you and I have been through the entire line. This is the last of the line of Celaya Tequila. And I gotta say, I nominated it for Brand of Promise and packaging. I love the look. It's very manly.
Yes, yes.
And the reason I guess is because the two owners of the Khalil brothers, right?
Yes, Matt and Ryan.
Matt and Ryan, and they're do we know what team they were? Ex-NFL linemen, I guess pro bowlers. Do we know what team they played on?
We've got to ask the company because
I've got to
find out who they played with.
Yeah, I was going to say I got to check the ESPN app, or maybe you folks who are watching, maybe you guys are big pro bowlers and NFL people, and because I'm not, I don't follow the NFL that closely.
Yeah, I mean, I watch the NFL, but most of the time it's the quarterbacks and the running backs and the wide receivers that are getting all the play. Linemen, they're just in the trenches hitting each other.
So they got hit really hard, man.
Yeah,
but apparently these guys, it's named Celaya after their great grandfather, I believe.
yes.
And this is the Anejo. Look how dark this baby is.
This is dark. Yes.
And if you've seen the Reposado review, you know that I'm a little apprehensive because there's a way to do. These are aged in bourbon barrels, correct? And
yes.
How
yes.
long did they say this is aged?
1 year. One
Okay.
year, and they call it retired.
Oh,
bourbon
like an NFL lineman, a retired
lineman. Yeah.
You know what? It's the laws state the laws of whiskey and bourbon to state you can only use the barrel one time. After that, the secondary market buys it.
Right.
So this has been only used. Well, it's retired. It doesn't. We don't know how long it's been reused for tequila, but anyway, we know it's been hiding for a year or aging for a year, and it's pretty dark. And
yes.
I know that the labels will play a little bit with the color of the liquid. So let's just pour some in a glass and find out what we got. I just broke the seal off of mine. Oh, okay. It's a composite cork, which is nice. I like these. It's kind of like recycled cork. Okay. I'm going to use a Glencairn. I'm going to follow your lead on this one, man, because you're a big Glencairn guy. So here we go.
Glencairn, for sure.
That's a beautiful color. I got to say, it
is.
It really the Reposado surprised me as how much bourbon character it had.
Lots. It was very bold.
Yeah. Very hot and spicy on the entry, and again, not that that's a bad thing. I love a bourbon finish, I do, but I love the finish, and I think what happens with me, I'm gonna assume that this barrel maybe first use after being retired, because it's so dark. It hasn't, it's not an old used bourbon barrel. And so I guess I'm not used to the bold characteristics of a bourbon so soon in a tequila.
Right, and just after a year, you would think it wouldn't be as dark as it is, but
it's pretty dark.
Yeah, it is.
Again, it's shiny. It's more of a what color would you say this is? Like a golden honey or something?
Yeah, yeah.
And again, thick legs and tears. We got the same legs and tears in the Blanco Reposado, and now we get it in the Anejo. So that's consistent. Yeah. We're getting a lot of mouthfeel, a lot of structure on the palate. It's pretty to look at. It's just nice.
It is.
Oh, okay.
Oh man, this is
that's got a nice nose on it.
It does.
Okay. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Yeah, it's a lot.
Now on this side, again, I use my left brain, right brain. This is a valid technique, folks. Because I'm looking at the camera, I very often don't close my eyes. But when I'm alone, when I'm doing tasting notes, I'll close my eyes when I'm taking the sniff here. And at the very first nose pass, it was very nice. It was like a sweetness and barrel mixture together.
Yeah, it kind of honey, kind of a honey like
Yeah, it's a little
vanilla
more, it's
kind
a
of.
little more sweeter than I like on the
This
nose. On the
this
nose.
on the nose is, yeah, it's sweet.
Why am I getting that sweetness? I don't know, man. Now I told you I was afraid. I told you I was afraid. I will confess why I'm afraid at the end of this review. Okay, here we go. But first, by the way, if you're using a Glencairn, there's a trick that actually Todd, one of our other TJs, our TJ in Colorado, who's a bourbon steward, believe it or not, as well as a TJ and a wine sommelier. I think he's a second level wine guy. So this guy, now he's doing cheese as well. So he's a cheesemaker.
Oh my
If
goodness.
you break up your Glencairn in 3 levels, 1, 2, 3, if you're looking at it in the screen, I'm holding the glass sideways. You can actually, you have 3 layers that you can identify 3 whatever layers are coming through on your sample of technically whiskey, or in our case, tequila. And that sweetness is right on that top level, man. That top layer is getting, and the more it opens up, it's more sweet.
It's more sweet.
What would you say the sweetness is? Because it's not, I don't want to say it's honey. There's a cotton candy, maybe, or am I being too harsh?
I think maybe a little too harsh.
Okay, okay.
I
But
don't think it's cotton candy.
but it is a candied. It's like a candied, isn't it? Like a candied orange, or
There is some citrus in there.
yeah. Okay, all right.
Yeah, yeah.
Wow, and it's just all over the place. It's like on every layer. And I'm
Like the
getting
rest, I don't get hardly any agave.
Oh no, you can forget the agave. It's not in there. We noticed that in the reposado that the agave had disappeared. If you didn't catch it on the first whiff, you would lose it because it was overcome by the barrel and the spice.
Yeah, and the barrel is really taking over this one here.
Yeah, barrel and some sweetness. I mean, more sweetness. I'm going to confess, there's more sweetness than barrel. That reposado had more barrel.
Yeah, you know what?
Sweetness.
On my right side, you can go cotton candy.
Okay. I knew it. I was afraid. I was very afraid.
You can, yeah.
Why? It doesn't need. Okay, you want to dive in? Let's just dive in. Screw it. Let's just go. Here we go. Mm. 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 Well, not to my liking. I would prefer, between the 2 flavor profiles, reposado and añejo, in my opinion, I prefer the reposado. There was plenty of barrel character there. Yeah. This añejo is missing that barrel character. It's got the same long finish. It's still spicy on the palate. What else did you get? What did you get?
Spicy on the palate. A lot of barrel vanilla. But it's a little bit sweeter than
Yeah,
I think I like.
and you got a sweet tooth too. You like, but I think you lean to French oak though. I think
Yeah, yeah,
you really enjoy the chocolate and the coffee. I'm not
right.
getting that.
There's none of that in here.
No, there's not even tobacco. Because the reason I say that, folks, is I've had other tequilas that have been in used bourbon barrels. In other words, more than just one use. Okay. And I love a bourbon finish. I do. And there are several tequilas we've had on Sipping Off the Cuff that are finished in bourbon barrels, and they're exquisite. This one, I'm getting like an aftertaste as well on my palate. This one is sweeter than I anticipated. Maybe they're, and again, they're probably going with 3 different iterations for 3 different markets. Okay, I get that. I understand that. But I'm not liking the nose on this.
Yeah,
it gets in my way. I don't know about you, but I really miss the wood notes that I got in the Repo.
right. Yeah, yeah. It's overtaken by the sweetness.
It's over the top. It's over the top.
What do you attribute that to? What do you?
Oh, you're setting me up, aren't you? You play volleyball, don't you? Okay, here goes the spike, folks. This is why I'm afraid. All right. This distillery, 1438, Destiladora del Valle del Tequila, is well known. It's one of the bigger maquiladoras. In other words, it makes tequila for a lot of other brands. And again, it's like La Cofradia. La Cofradia has a certain stamp on its flavor profiles. You can pick it. You can pick it out blind. And there are several really great tequilas coming out of that distillery. And like this one as well. We've got Siempre coming out of there. I think Via One comes out of there, and their Blanco and Repo are really actually pretty good for a celebrity tequila. Not bad. There are other flavored tequilas that we've had on Sipping Off the Cuff. Hijos de Villa, I think, is one of those. We've had several flavored. Los Sundays, I think, comes out of this distillery, and they make like a coconut flavored tequila. So it's known to use additives. And again, if that makes a difference to you folks, you wouldn't like this añejo. For me, because additives are allowed in the rules and regulations of tequila making. Okay, you're never going to see those go away, no matter what you hear, no matter what gets verified additive free. Okay, because it's never certified; it's only verified. All right, and there's a difference about the two of those. Certification means that the organization that's doing that has the credentials to certify something, whether that's the USDA, organic, kosher, halal, whatever. You need a certification. You need to be a certified agency to do that. To be verified, additive free, you don't need that. All right. There are no credentials that are making that a law. All right. So you're never going to see ingredients on somebody's tequila label. Okay. Anyway, I was hoping that I would get more bold character on the añejo like we did on the reposado, right? That's what I was afraid of, because I thought, no, the Blanco was exquisite. The Repo is delicious. This gets in the way, man. This nose is way over the top. The longer it sits here and opens up,
the longer sweet.
Yeah, it's really sweet. And to be in a bourbon barrel, I don't know about you guys, you bourbon guys, you oak heads who are watching this, you never get this kind of sweetness in a bourbon. I can't nominate it. I mean, you know, okay, if you're maybe it doesn't bother you, maybe you like the Clase Azul tequilas and things like that. Maybe you're into that. Great, knock yourselves out. But I this one's off the rails, man.
Yeah, yeah, I agree.
Can't nominate this one, folks. Other than that, it's got everything else. I mean, it's got great mouthfeel. It's
Blanco Repo? Blanco
yeah,
Repo?
you know, Blanco and Repo all day long, all day
Yeah.
long. Why they did this to the Anejo, I don't know. I don't know. Will it sell? Probably.
Oh yeah, yeah. Oh yeah. There's some there's folks out there for this.
Yeah. Off camera, I'll tell you what this smells and tastes like. Okay, because there are several other brands out there, unbeknownst to them. And if you want to know what they are, you're going to have to pay me for it, because that's anyway. There are several brands out there coming out of this distillery that have a very similar nose and flavor profile. I'll just say that.
Wow. Wow.
I'm not a fan. I'm not a fan.
No. I'm wondering if you would put an ice cube in there, would it mute it down a little bit?
I think in this case it needs it. It is overtaken. Other than literally in this Anejo, you have two elements. You have an aroma that's sweet. You have a sweetness on the entry, and you have that hot pepper finish that goes from mid palate all the way down. And that's it. That's all you're getting. So yeah, maybe in this case, this would be a great one to serve with those stones we were talking about in the Reposado.
Yeah.
You have those iron stones or rock stones that you put in, you take them out of your freezer, and instead of ice, you put them in your bourbon or your whiskey. So that way it cools the liquid, but it doesn't add water to it. But in this case, I think it would need a real ice cube though. Because why would you want cold cotton candy? I'm just saying, folks. Okay, I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Do we have price points on any of these?
Yeah. On their website, $89.
What's the Reposado go for?
Reposado is anywhere from $44.99 to $59.98, but I saw it at Missions for $34.99.
I would, if I were you, if you're a tequila guy like we are, I would stick with the Blanco and Reposado all day long.
Yeah,
very, very solid, and they're good. I think in our Brands of Promise competition, they're going to score very highly. This one's not going to make it. I'll be honest, it won't, because there's no and to top it all off, there's no agave that we can sense.
Oh no. This is all that bourbon barrel, retired bourbon barrel.
Yeah, the retired bourbon barrel and whatever magic they're doing at the distillery.
Yeah.
Knows. I don't know, man. This is like a day at the circus. All that cotton can. It's like a day at the fair. Let's go to the Pomona. What was it? The LA County Fair in Pomona, which is not very
fair. Go get
it's
some.
just all cotton candy. The more it opens up,
Yeah.
the sweeter it gets. Okay, well, we beat that dead horse. Thank you, folks, for watching and listening. That's our take on Celaya. You know what? If you're an oak head, if you're a bourbon guy and you've had it, please leave us a comment in the comment section there below. If you're watching us on YouTube, shoot us an email. I don't care. Let me know what you're doing with it. I mean, would you put this in a cocktail? I guess you could, but not for the price that they're asking for it.
Yeah, the price they're asking for, you may not want to, but a nice little margarita, strawberry margarita, something like that.
a strawberry. You see, anything to drown out that cotton candy. Oh my God. I was going to say like a Latin Manhattan and put a lot of cherries in it, or, put cherries in it, put cherry syrup in it. I don't know. I'm saddened because I really do. I like these guys' stories. I like what they stand for. I like their packaging.
Yes.
Even the color of the liquid is very attractive. Okay, so
Yeah, it is.
it's a
It is.
beautiful spirit. And look at the cork on that.
Yeah.
That's a pretty cork. And they're using composite cork as well. So I would like to know, and again, it's got to pass their muster. It's the Khalil brothers, and who are they again? So we know who they are, so we know who to blame. Jeez. Tell us who they are.
Oh, they're NFL retired NFL football players, linemen,
Yeah, right. They're linemen. Okay, well,
Pro Bowlers.
Pro Bowl. Yeah, well,
From what I understand, they went to the Pro Bowl, so
okay.
they're very good linemen.
Yeah, they are. I'm sure they're very big guys too, probably. Yeah. I'm hoping that maybe in the future they'll look at that and maybe work with this flavor profile a little bit. But the longer it sits there, the sweeter it gets.
It just keeps on getting sweeter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And if you like that kind of stuff, please leave us a comment. Let us know. Again, subscribe to all of our channels and networks. You can follow us on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube. Here, and then of course, wherever you download your podcasts, you'll also be getting us there. We're on iTunes and Spotify. But anyway, that's our take on Celaya Tequila. I'm Mike Morales here in San Gabriel Valley of Southern California. That guy out there is
Skip Falconer in Los Angeles, California.
You've been watching and listening, Sipping Off the Cuff on Tequila Aficionado Media. Don't forget to subscribe, hit the notification bell, give us a like. Make sure that you share this with other tequila aficionados. And whatever you do, hey, tomar sabiamente.
Sip wisely.
Thanks for tuning in. Please be sure to visit our website at tequilaaficionado.com to get your free subscription to our magazine, download past issues, check out our branded merchandise, or get yourself equipped with the best tequila glassware for your sipping style. As always, sip wisely.